Both of these fighters coming off of a loss. Who is going to be able to do it? And oh my God! Is he okay? Somebody get a doc. Oh shit! Jeffrey! Yo, hello guys, and welcome to UFC Universe mode. Now, before UFC 243 starts off, we've got to cover some news. Here's the rankings right here, as you guys can see. Top 5 contenders is Leroy and Gustafsson. If they can beat a guy that is in the top 5, they will take their spot and be in a top 5. And obviously, you see your champions. Now, moving on to the news. Conor McGregor gets called out by Leroy George. Conor had no chance. Floyd exposed him for what he really is, a fool. And he also goes on to say that he's been training really hard and that he wants Duffy, and he wants Duffy only. He wants a rematch, and he'll do anything to get it. Now, Conor McGregor, he had some things to say about that. He said, who is this fucking guy? He gets one fight in the UFC, and he gets his head knocked clean off. He's a joke, really. And then he went on to say even more, I think once Duffy is done fucking him up, I'll drop down the ranks just to shut that little mouth of his. Now, we've got some rivalries brewing up here, and that's what the CEO loves. Now, it is set. George versus Duffy 2 for UFC 245. So you boys keep on paying attention to that. Now, Duffy finally broke the silence, and this is what he had to say. He said, Leroy is talentless. If he wants to keep getting knocked out, then I can help him with that. So, that is the news, boys. We're building up some nice storylines, but let's hop into this UFC 243 because, guys, I have a special event. At the end of this, our main event is going to be a special event. You guys should be pretty surprised about it. We've had 2 special guys come in, and they said they wanted to fight each other. So, we're taking it, though, here. Slow and steady. Diaz versus Alvarez. Now, these two, this is for a title fight, so it's actually not that slow of a start. Both of these fighters coming off of a win. They both look very, very good. They're in tremendous shape coming into this fight. And right now, as you can see, Alvarez, he took a lead. You know, he's got that small lead. Alvarez, he plays smart. That's the biggest thing about him. I think that he does better than anybody on the roster is he plays smart, and he slowly picks away here at the end, hits him in the gut, knocks him down as he's falling down, and takes that final blow to the head just to make sure right here. A nice gut punch. Diaz, he's going down a little bit, looks winded, and then bam to finish him off. So Alvarez would take round 1. All Alvarez has to do now is win one more. So you know, he came back out, look, bam, gets a block. Diaz gets a little combo going, but those leg kicks ain't hurting Alvarez at all. Now, the head kick lands, but Alvarez answers right back with one of his own, and we got a tied game. Got a tie game here. So now, these two are very, very talented, and both have tremendous skill. So, you know, I knew, you know, it's going to be a close one between these two. Now, a devastating uppercut, 2 uppercuts that land on Diaz. Now Diaz is in trouble. He's got to panic. He's got to fall back. He doesn't want to get too owed, you know, and then just another uppercut lands, and now he ties it up, Diaz. We all know Diaz can do it, and he answers right back with a gut punch. He barely escapes round 2, though. We'll see, though, because now it's all on the line here in the last round. Now, I got to take a sip of my coffee really quick. That is some good Joe. Now, this isn't a live commentary, obviously, you guys can tell that. Here you go. But in round 3, Diaz Alvarez. Now, I don't actually remember the outcomes of these fights, so my reaction is going to be pretty real, because I recorded this a while back, and I've also had, I have some other people record it for me, and then I'll just come and I'll commentate on it, so, you know, it's still fresh. So I'm watching it with you guys. Now we'll see here. Diaz falls behind here. Now we've seen Diaz escape this before. Obviously last round he kind of escaped it, but he's dug himself in a hole here, and he does a little brag there, and that cost him a hit. It's not really the place you want to be bragging at. Now he's not down by much. He can get a a 1-2 combo, 1-2 combo. You know, he could knock out Alvarez out, but let's go. And wow, what a left hook. That was a left hook, I believe. We got to see that in slow motion. Alvarez just takes Diaz's head clean off. And then that's actually going to give Alvarez, yeah, look at this here. Oh, man, right here. Right on the button. Oh, and his head just smashes into the freaking canvas. Now, that puts Alvarez on a win streak. And he is going to get the next title shot. Now, here you go, a guy we haven't seen Griffin or Cormier since we've seen Griffin in UFC 239. That was his last fight, and Cormier's last fight was against Jones that he lost in UFC 238. These two, they're comeback fights. Who is going to win? I don't know. We're going to find out, though. And right off the bat, man, Griffin with those deadly uppercuts. There's another one, and I didn't expect. Okay, there we go. Cormier, I know Cormier ain't going to go down like that. He ain't going to look like a pansy. Oh, my God, he gets slumped in the worst way. He looks like a pansy right there. Butt sticking out in the air. That's the worst way to get knocked out, in my opinion. We might be seeing some news, some screenshots, some clips of that on Twitter or something. That's embarrassing. Folded arms, closed eyes, butt in the air. Griffin just embarrasses him, but it's okay. Round 1 is done. Cormier, he gets his stuff back together, and here we go. Round number 2. Griffin comes out strong again, though. This is crazy. I didn't expect Griffin to come out like this. Now, Griffin, this will put him on a win streak as well. Griffin won his fight. Cormier lost. Griffin is coming off of a win. He's an older fighter. He started his career a little late in this universe, so you know he's a slow-paced fighter. But when he fights, he shows up, and you know this will put him on a win streak here if he can just finish this fight off, which he should be able to do. I mean, he's dominated this whole fight here. All he's got to do is land, and there he goes. Oh, and a nice little hit to the head to show it. And there's the famous backflip there from Griffin. But yeah, you know, he's an older fighter, but he doesn't show that age. You know, the only way he doesn't show the age in the octagon, he just shows it in the amount of fights that he does. He doesn't do as much fighting as these other cats are doing, but when he's in that octagon, he is a threat, and he's proven it time in and time out. So, moving on to the next fight. Hopefully, you guys, you know, I don't want to spoil the fights for you. Unless there's a build-up, you're not going to know what the fights are. So we're going to, you know, I'm not going to tell you what fights are lined up before the UFC unless it's a big main event. Like UFC 245 is going to be a huge event. Starting off with the first rivalry, Duffy versus Leroy George. So here we go, though. Pryor, I think that's how you, yeah, Pryor and Ferguson. Now, we haven't seen these fighters in a while either. And let me look down at my papers. Ferguson, the last time we seen him was UFC 237. This is the guy that we haven't seen in the longest after he lost his title to Penn. And then last time we seen Perez or Pereira, however you want to say his name. He lost to Nate Diaz in UFC 241, so it hasn't been that long for him. But both of them are coming off of a loss, so they're trying to get their first win, you know, in the series, and to prove that they can be on that next level. And you got to think, if they get on a losing streak, how long will they be in the top 5? How long will they be in the series before they get replaced? I mean, you got to be able to win. You got to be able to come and put on a show. And oh my God, a devastating kick by Ferguson. We know he has the legs, and Pereira knows it too. I mean, God, is he going to be okay to fight? He is going to be okay to fight. They check him out. They make sure he's good to go. They bring him back. And here we go, round number 2. He didn't really know what happened. He just knows that he got hit in the head by that freaking leg kick, and that's it. Doesn't remember anything after that. So here you go. He's okay. And look at him. He's playing defense now. He's a little scared of Ferguson, but now he's going out. He's playing a little smarter. He's blocking all Ferguson's, getting Ferguson tired, and he's going in there to get points. Oh, and a nice leg kick misses. That's good for Cormier. Let me take a sip of my coffee one more time here. Ah, that hits the spot right there. Okay, here you go. So Ferguson, man, he those legs can be deadly. They really can. One kick can knock you out. Ferguson has fallen down in this second round, though. I believe he's gotten a little too confident, and now and he's out, arms out. He's calling to Jesus. Oh my goodness, he is. He's flying up to heaven right now. He gets that look like a left hook, and his arms go out, and there he is. So he's helling to his enemy, falling down. So here you go, round number 3. This is it. It's all on the line here. Who will end their losing streak? One of these fighters is going to stay in the top 5, or not in the top 5, but stay in the series. A losing streak, though, one of them runs the chance of getting knocked out of the series and getting replaced. So we'll see here. Ferguson, if he can just get one of those leg kicks to land it. Oh my God! Oh my God! Somebody get a stretcher out here. Doctors are rushing to the octagon. This is not good. They're covering up the octagon. Freaking Pryor is not moving. He's not moving. His neck could be broken. This is something serious. I mean, oh God, I can't even look at the replay. This is crazy. And we're gonna move on. We're gonna give you guys updates if we can find something out. But they get the ambulance out there. They get him on the stretcher. But they covered up the scene. They covered up the octagon. We couldn't really see, what happened after the kick. All we know was that it looked bad. So we'll get an update on here. But with that, pushing that to a side, here is the main event, guys. Here is the special. John Cena has called out Batista. WWE fighters have come into the octagon. They wanted to both give it a shot. They had a little bit of talking back and forth. Nothing too bad. They're friends. They wanted to come out here though and prove who is the more muscle. And that they can come out here and do it for real. So we'll see here. This is a special event. Not something that you can expect to see all the time unless it does very well. We'll see how the UFC sales go. If this is something that the fans like, maybe we can get in cahoots with WWE and try and get more WWE stars in the octagon fighting against each other. And maybe one of them can take on a real UFC fighter. And look at that. It's a close fight, and Batista, he falls down to the ground. He says, okay, I don't feel too good. Let's stop this round. He kind of taps out there. And that's all you have to do, in this octagon. Fall to the ground. And you'll lose. So if you feel like and that's exactly what Batista does. So here you go, round number 2. Batista's coming out swinging now. He's down 1. He doesn't want to look, he doesn't want to get embarrassed and get swept by Cena. So he wants to win this second round. And right now, both of them just going out back and forth. They're not the best at blocking, and you can kind of see it. There with John Cena, he went to go block his body, and it was a clear punch to the face that was coming. And now he's kind of regretting it here. He's cut open pretty bad here, but a nice leg kick by both of them. It's a tied game there, and another hit to the stomach. Batista falls to the ground, and John Cena wins here in the special event featuring 2 WWE stars. It's John Cena over Batista. A little twist to it, but guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to smash that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next UFC or the next video. Peace.